All right, on this fourth video on Gravit Designer, we are going to take a look at using text in your artwork. And the way you start off is if you look at the button bar at the top, you'll see the T icon, which is representative of the text tool. And so I'm going to click on that, and then I'm just going to come in and drag a box of a certain size. Depending on where you want to put your text, that's where you create your text box. And I might just put a few words here, welcome to the show. Okay. Now, what you'll notice is that the text, as it's brought in, shows the layer as text on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, it shows all the properties of that text. So if I want to change those properties, first I'm going to select all of the text. And I'm going to do that by just clicking away for a second. And you'll notice that now the entire box is selected. So I'm going to go in there once my text is selected. And I'm going to pick a font, a different font. I want to try and find something a little thicker. Maybe this one right here, Goblin 1. Yeah, that's good because it will show you in a second what I'm about to do with some of this text. So I can still take this text and move it around. I can change its point size if I wanted to make it smaller or bigger. I can change its color. If I wanted to come in just like I do with shapes, I can go in and change its color. All right. And I can even change it how it's lined up. Is it center alignment or right or left? Okay. So I have all these different properties that I can do with text. Now, one of the great things about Gravit is the ability to shape that text, reshape it to make it look very different, and do a lot of fun, cool, creative stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is, if you remember from the video about creating paths using the pen tool, I can come in and make a path, like let's just say something like that. And if I want to end the line just like it is, I just hit my escape key. That gets me out of the text, or sorry, that gets me out of the pen tool, and now I've got this line. So I can take this line, and I can take this text, and if I highlight them both, I can come up to Modify, Path, and you'll see this option that says Attach Text to Path. And what that does is it brings the text along the line of the path. And this can happen with any shape that you make or any path that you make. You can get it to line up your text with it. And it really then allows you to get creative. And now, at the moment, I'm showing both the text and the line. If I want to go back to that line and it's got a border of 1, maybe I just want to make it 0. I could actually make that line disappear, even though it's technically still there. It's not showing. And so now I have this text that is lined up along this path. Okay, I want to show you a couple other things. So go back to the text, and maybe I'm going to make one more, and I'm going to say hello. I'm going to pick a font again that's rather, let's see if I can pick one that's kind of thick. Let's see what else we got here. There's a lot of fonts built into Gravit Designer. And I will try Marco. Marco 1 looks good. All right. And one of the things that you can do with text, in addition to shaping it along paths, is you can make the text itself a path. And there's some advantages to that. So one of the downsides is once you make it a path, it's no longer text, meaning once I turn this into a path, I can't change it from hello to goodbye. I can't even change the E to an A or anything like that. It becomes a piece of art. And so what you'll do, or what I'll do here, is with this layer selected of hello, this text layer, I can come up to the top, and just like I did in the previous videos where I converted shapes to paths, I can now convert the text to a path. And I do that by clicking. And you'll notice on the left that the path is now, the text is now a path in the layer. And if I switch from my pointer tool to my subselect tool, it looks kind of confusing, but you'll see that all of these points have now been created for this word hello. I'm going to go back to pointer for a second. I'm just going to make it bigger so you can see this. So here we are. Again, it's not text anymore. It's actually artwork. So if I wanted to go back to my sub-select tool, I can click on these various points along this path, and I can make adjustments. Okay? Maybe I want to see what else I can do here. So you can begin to reshape this in any format you want to, just like the adjustments of a compound shape converted to path. You can make it look like anything you want. Okay? In a future video, I'm going to show you how to use your library, and so you can add visual effects to words to give them possibly conveying more meaning. But for now, I think this is good. You've seen the ability to create and add text to your canvas. You can make that text glide along a path, and you can even convert that text itself into a path to allow you to add many more different options in your artwork. Okay, that's all for now.